My name is Cassandra Lubowsky. I'm from Warrenton, Virginia. The Blue Ridge Mountains are my home, but right now I'm living in Salt Lake City, Utah. I have a dead pancreas. I am gonna tell y'all about what it's like to be a rad diabetic. Everybody has their diabetiversary, their diagnosis date. It was March 9th, 2010. Basically at the hospital they told me that it's gonna be really hard to be doing things that are hard, that are outside and hard. My dad kind of gave me this long speech that has affected my whole life. He's seen many of his friends go through difficult times. They either choose to let it conquer them or completely take control of it and make it their point of their existence. And 13-year-old Cassandra decided to go with being the strongest she could be. Mill Creek Canyon. Yeah, last time I did this hike, I almost got to the top, which is really beautiful, but I forgot my low blood sugar supplies and my blood sugar was low, so I didn't turn around, but prepared this time. We're beginning the hike. Right now, I am 106 and even, which is really good. My range is between 80 and 120. So when I'm in between those zones, it's a magical day, quite like it is out here right now. I have two things that help my life out substantially. One is my pump. It's called the T-Slim by Tandem. Shameless plug. This is basically where all my insulin is stored. And this too, this is a super helpful part of my life. This is the box of scanning for my blood sugar. It has virtually completely eliminated me testing my blood sugar with the stick and poke style. Instead, this scans a chip that's in my arm and gives the data of what I've been for the last 10 hours and currently to this box. These two together, it's really been helpful for being a guide outside because I can do things way quicker. So I hiked a bit and I was already at 106, so naturally the blood sugar does a thing where it will go low from exercise. That happens. Prepared. This has 15 grams of carbohydrate in it, which is kind of the magic number for my blood sugar to be fixed. Another thing I can do along with eating that is my pump, which is always giving me small bits of insulin, like very small increments. I can suspend it so that it's not giving me any insulin, and my body will naturally bring my blood sugar up on its own. When someone says they're low, they need things with carbs, and carbs are basically more complex sugars. So juice, gummies, Cliff Bars, Gatorade, these things are so valuable to maybe always have in your car because even non-diabetics' blood sugars can go low. If it makes you feel shaky and weird, amplify that times 20 and you have like a type 1 diabetic's low. That will continue to drop until they have a seizure or end up in a coma because their blood sugar's gone too low. Type 1s also carry around like their equivalent to an EpiPen, which is called glucagon. That is a solution that you give to a diabetic who's passed out. Insulin is basically the bridge that forms between your bloodstream and your cells every time you eat food with carbohydrates in it. Your body naturally secretes the perfect amount of insulin so that the sugars from that will nourish you, but also enough will stay in your blood sugar so you don't go low or high. But my pancreas is dead, as we discussed earlier. It doesn't have the ability to know how much insulin to secrete, and it doesn't have insulin to secrete. So people with high blood sugar need water, they need to take their insulin, and they need emotional support. The lows and the highs and going from really low to really high or really high to really low is so exhausting. So just people who want to sit down next to you, wait until you're okay or feeling better, or just talk to you like a human being until you're there is really the best thing you can do, and just asking people what they need. Insulin is a beautiful thing. Just take a moment to appreciate how great it is that your body helps you out every single time you eat anything, because if there's anything you should be happy for in your life, it's your health. I'm just so grateful to ever be given the opportunity to work with people or to ever talk to people about type 1 diabetes and have people want to listen and be educated and care. Everybody finds a different way to feel confident and good outside, and I think having type 1 diabetes gave me a unique gift to be able to empathize with people who feel uncomfortable. A chronic condition isn't something that you decide once that you're gonna power through and are able to stick to that forever. You have to almost evaluate it every day. Sometimes you just want to give up, and it's okay. You have to be fair to yourself and whatever your body needs, kind of listening to it. I'm not out there every day before I go do any outdoor adventure and I'm packing my low blood sugar supplies and I'm making sure my blood sugar is in range, like I'm making an active choice every time to push myself but take care of myself so I can do what I love to do.